Look, you hear them niggas mention my name? Tell them niggas they don't know me. Real shit though. Look. Savage Fendi, ballin' cash in your designer purse. Let's hit the mall, I put you on the Bath and Body Work. Barely button, titty piercing, pull you out that shirt. Niggas bricking in your DM cause it never worked. Savage Fendi, ballin' cash in your designer purse. Let's hit the mall, I put you on the Bath and Body Work. Barely button, titty piercing, pull you out that shirt. Niggas bricking in your DM cause it never worked. Like Chris with this ball, money rich like I'm Paul. I got chips in this wall, this a rich nigga law. Take your panties in your bra, doggy style when I hit. Baby tat.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Ant Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Ant Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. So the recipient of Hot Topics, San Diego's own Hoodie Hood. So I tapped on to my notifications to the people channels that I am subscribed to see what they got going on. And it was a red circle indicating that Hoodie Hood from the hood had put out a segment. So I click on this segment. And when I click on the segment, Hoodie was speaking about the segment I dropped pertaining to the situation between Wack and Adam that I was inserted in. And Hoodie Hood gave his opinion of how he felt. So I guess Hoodie Hood is a person who has a problem or finds himself at odds with Wack. I don't know for what reason, probably based on, Wack practices or the things that he does, or whatever the case may be. Never knew that they was into it. Never knew they had any back and forths or, whatever the case may be, that it was any smoke there. So, amongst me dropping that segment, a lot of people was in my chat section saying that they warned me, they told me how I would see this coming, and all the things amongst that line as well. Hoodie Hood asked the same question. And Hoodie Hood basically feels like, anybody dealing with Wack, obviously, you either, sucker, buster, bitch, or, amongst some other things. He had said. But this is my thing, right? So, me coming into this social media space, I had spun a lot of content on Wack or pertaining to Wack because Wack name gets ran a lot, and I had seen things that I'm like, oh, he on BS. And that whole time, a lot of people took it up that, automatically that I got beef with Wack, I'm on Wack, I'm a person that's out to expose Wack, whatever the case may be. Just like Hoodie came out his mouth and said, bro, anybody can get exposed on my channel. Anybody can land up on my channel, homie or whoever, depending on what's going on and what you've done and what I know about it and what the facts And with the facts, conclude to. Now, Wack is a social media villain because of the Clubhouse apps, amongst other things, amongst him coming out to expose people. So, of course, I don't wish to have no social media beef with nobody, no back and forth. Got to keep on coming up here, unloading content, talking about somebody. That negativity, bro, that shit take a lot to muster up negativity and hate and get on this camera and muster that out to somebody every day. I don't have no interest in that. When I do spend content and I'm running somebody's name, if I run a marathon on somebody's name, it ain't got nothing to do with hate. It got to do with something going on. Either somebody just caught a case, like in a Big U situation, in a 4Extra situation, keep going to jail, keep doing controversial things. In the Gumby situation, you know what I'm saying, you going viral, making your rounds, saying things that are controversial on YouTube. That is the only way I will recycle and keep using a name. Other than that, if it's a problem or something I dislike, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to look at it. So with all that being said, just because everybody else got a problem with Wack, or, you know what I'm saying, this other side of individuals I deal with, they got a problem with Wack and they like, oh, Wack this, Wack that. A person cannot expect me to take up arms and to go at this dude or have a problem or be on odds with this dude. Like I told anybody, if you can show me some paperwork, show me something saying somebody all bad, without a doubt, you don't have to recruit me. It's F that person with anybody. But just because it's social media ramifications and, you know, little slander on social media that's going on between people, I'm not going to get in that. And yeah, to answer the people question, it wasn't nothing for me to see coming because it ain't that deep. It wasn't nothing for me to see coming because it ain't that deep. But we're going to get into this video of what Hoodie Hood had to say. Y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We're going to commentate.
Rules is, oh, I'm a businessman, I'm not in that life no more. But then when you in the business world, in the corporate world, and you get into it with somebody, then you revert back to the standing on gangster rules, and you trying to basically say, hey, if we was in the streets, or if this, we was in the pen, or if it was this, or you can't apply that to people like Adam. He don't care about that, and he clearly don't respect that. And all this, oh, something could have happened and I've been stopping it. Stop stopping it. Let something happen to that man. That's why he don't take it serious now. Because ain't nothing happened to that man. Ain't nobody attempted to do nothing to that man. So he going to keep on popping it. And he going to keep doing what he do until something happened to him. Stop saving him and let it happen. And stop making threats about what's going to happen and just do it. We didn't see this dude threaten everybody and their mama on the internet and say he gonna do this, he gonna do that. He been on the internet for like 8 years and ain't nothing happened to nobody. And that's the crazy part about it. Adam done told Wack to his face before, I don't want to hear you talk about no gangster-ish anymore. He done said that to him. So he not respecting nothing. I got some creatine on my shirt. I just came from the gym. I'm still sweating. But anyways, he not respecting none of that, man. He done seen the tactics and all this, and he basically like, man, I'm finna put this content out. You know what I mean? So like Young Ant said, how you gonna get mad at the person who really let the dude slander your partner and is supposed to be your business partner? He let the dude come on his platform and say that. But you went right back up there and podcasted with this dude the next day. But on the flip side, Young Ant and everybody else, look, when I went into the Young Ant's video, before I even clicked on it, you know how he got the intro song, dope intro song. I'm listening to it and I'm going through the comments, and everybody's saying, you should have saw this coming. We try to warn you. I don't know how you didn't see this coming. Ant said one thing. He said, I'm starting to realize dudes is bipolar. You should have been noticed he was bipolar. You should have been noticed he fall out with everybody. You should have been noticed the tactics of Whack 100. You've been to YA, you've been to the feds. I'm quite sure you didn't been around sharp individuals, and you yourself are a sharp individual, regardless of how you sometimes mispronounce words. You should have been saw this coming. So it shouldn't have took for it to happen to you. And I genuinely think people be thinking, oh, he ain't gonna get at me like that. Man, that man done got at everybody, including his whole hood, like that. He'd get at you like that. Especially because he ain't had to answer to it yet. But I was talking to one of the homies, and he was saying that he was like, you know, maybe people mess with him because they feel like he could provide opportunity. And I'm thinking, well, what opportunity is Whack 100 providing for people? I don't see people starting new businesses. I don't see people going on other platforms, and the platforms that they do go on. What platform could going on No Jumper and messing with Whack 100 open up the doors to? Maybe Vlad don't even deal with nobody like that as far as like just local people, but that's the only other platform. Cam Capone and No Jumper don't deal with each other that I know of, and Cam Capone gonna reach out and holler at you on his own. Most of these dudes like Ant and King Peel and 607, whatever, these dudes already had a buzz when Adam reaches out to them and have them come on. They're already ascending in the metaverse. So once again, what is standing next to Whack 100 or having an affiliation with him doing for your status? It's not doing nothing. It's actually harming you more than it's helping you, because you got people looking at you side-eye like, why would you align with him, or why would you fuck with Cuz? Like, you was doing perfectly fine on your own. And that goes for everybody. That goes for every individual who find themselves associating with this dude. It kind of, somebody came into my comments, I think on my last video or the video before that, and they was like, something, you will never go on No Jumper, and you mad. And it's like, bro, you know how they say never say never? I'm telling you, I will never go on No Jumper. I'm telling you, fuck No Jumper. All right? You don't have to, bro. That's a stain on my resume. That's a stain on my resume going on that platform. What is that platform going to do to help me? More people going to see you. Yeah, more people going to see you go up there and get made a fool out of yourself by even conversating with an individual like Adam. That's how I feel about it. Y'all let me know. Maybe I'm tripping, man. Maybe the content world ain't for me.
Okay, so a lot was said right here from Hoodie Hood, and we're going to address this. First and foremost, and this ain't me coming at Hoodie Hood or none of that, because, you know what I'm saying, Hoodie straight, you know, me first running into Hoodie was me reacting to a conversation of him and my homies, you know, and from there, you know, we was straight, you know what I'm saying, on the up and up, you know what I'm saying, so salute to him. First, let me say this. Just because you cool with somebody, you sit down with somebody, or whatever the case may be, don't mean you and that person is best friends. Me sitting down with Whack, or any association that I may have with Whack or have with Whack, I don't care about nobody looking at me side-eye like, oh, what's up with Cuz, or what's up with Blood. Because at the end of the day, I am a real street dude. Name something to me, a type of way that I have compromised my morals. And don't say, oh, doing an interview with Whack. Let's cut that. I'm a dude that's really in these streets and have been in these streets, not waist deep at a next level. And I know the dynamics of gangs, gang bangers, the characteristics all across the board. And it's kind of bizarre for anybody to look at anybody crazy about who they associate with, have association with, or have dealt with. Unless this person is a child molester, a rat on black and white, or just did something we do not have in agreements with. Now, no, I didn't see it coming because it's not that deep for me to see it coming. Yes, he set me down for an interview. He allowed me to ask him some questions. You know what I'm saying? It was positive energy. It wasn't no problem. We exchanged numbers. A lot of people was coming out, oh yeah, he's the next exposure. Loose Cannon just went down. Whack recruited him. It ain't none of that. And to answer your question, me standing alongside of Whack, it don't help me. I am not a person from this social media space that is dying to be seen, who don't have no motion or have nothing going on in their personal life and need some money. And it just be kind of crazy when I hear people always reverting to, oh man, well shit, maybe man, you know, they need the publicity, man. Maybe they need the money. Maybe standing alongside of him helps them. You know, maybe he doing this, and like all this just be funny and crazy. And just as Hoodie Hood said, I'm on no jumper based on the work I have been putting in segments I have been putting out by way of social media. You know what I'm saying? That's what landed me on social. That's what landed me on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? The work that I've been putting in on social media, creating that buzz, name getting out there and stuff like that. He's absolutely right as far as that fact. And just because I'm going on No Jumper don't mean I need No Jumper. If I can share with you guys my financial bank statements every month from No Jumper, I'll probably surprise a lot of y'all what I do monthly to debunk the narratives that y'all come with that, oh, yeah, maybe he need No Jumper or maybe he need Whack or whatever the case may be. No, it's just a link that's through out there for me to come pod, and I go up there to pod. If you have a problem with No Jumper, that's your problem with No Jumper. That's another thing that I dislike and disagree with people always saying, as Hoodie Hood said itself. So before I went to No Jumper, a lot of people used to feel like that. Oh, No Jumper hating on you. How you ain't got your flowers yet? How you ain't got your No Jumper interview? Blah, blah, blah. And I used to tell people like, look, hey, based on what I'm doing in the media space, should I have been up there and got an interview? Absolutely. But do Adam owe me an interview? Is that something on my goal list, something I'm looking forward to? Like, oh, I gotta do? No. If he called me, salute. I appreciate it. Good looking, because this is something a part of the culture. But if I don't get called, this is not something that's gonna make me go on a No Jumper rant and F Adam and whatever the case may be. It's just not. But something else Hoodie Hood said that I got to get at and speak on. So he said that him going to No Jumper is a stain on his reputation and a stain on his person. And for me, I think that is just like the role terminology, role word, usage of a word to place in or use on yourself. Because one thing about it, we gotta hold ourselves accountable. And holding ourselves accountable is the actions we display. Now, again, I'm gonna say this again for the chats, for the messy people. I'm not coming for Hoodie Hood. But because this is a key way that I have rotated with over this media space and spoken to and chopped some game with, he is a person I have observed and watched. Hoodie, you will have 4 extras run through there. Amongst other people run through there whose names I can't think of right off bat. I say 4 extras name to say because 4 extras is the person that comes to my mind freshly when I think of you. In the picture that y'all was in on 40 day, on 4x10 day. So I say that to say, you can't feel compromised about no jumper or going into no jumper for an interview when you rotate and or have a relation with someone who worked there and was working there at that time, that was neck deep and working there at that time when you felt some type of way. Because for that to hold that against yourself and see somebody else going in there is kind of like bizarre and crazy, because if you hold yourself to that standard, you gotta hold those around you to that standard and those that you rotate with to that standard. So, not to say that you should have did something to 4 extras, but I like, if I had a problem with something and I seen somebody else indulge it in it, it'd make me want to stay away from them. It ain't that I got a problem with homie. Hey, I disagree with that. I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep my distance away from you as well. So that's what I'm saying on that behalf. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you got relations with other people and ran through there. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's really like probably something that you don't want to do or don't care to do, as of opposed to holding yourself in contempt of a crime for placing smut on yourself. If you was able to do that, because I don't feel smutted doing no jumper. I don't feel smutted doing no jumper, because as long as I'm not participating in anything of activity as far as that will waver my straightness as a man, bend my ethic and moral support as a man, and just on some street stuff, my integrity overall as a person, as a human being, I ain't wavered that by going on no jumper. It's a saying that people should follow out here. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I'm going to conclude that there. And with that being said, it's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. And press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Keeping it real and showing love, absolutely free. Still some of the hardest shit for a lot of you bitch ass niggas to do. So if you ain't a bitch ass nigga, let me see you keep it real and show me some love and share this post right here, cake ass nigga.